Welcome to the trials of Saint-14. Ha! Okay, no. They are of Osiris. I joke. Welcome to the trials of Osiris. Osiris has seen something in humanity's future. A great threat. I think you are ready for it. You have proven yourself yet again, my friend. I will tell Osiris. Yes, brother, I understand. You do not need to watch over me. Go. Welcome to the Lighthouse, Guardian. This place is for fire teams that show skill, decisiveness, and command. The best fire teams. That means you. Congratulations. Your victories bear rewards. Go. Take them. Use what you have learned. Fight your way to the top. And soon, I will see you here again and again. Those you have triumphed over will look to your example, your guidance, your hope. These will be precious tools in the trying times to come. Fight, win, and fight again. This is your duty. Osiris left me in charge. Osiris is chasing down another loose thread, Guardian. For now, you get me. Guardian, the trials of Osiris have returned. I am your tournament organizer. Come and fight. If you ever feel stiffness in your joints, consider bringing a fire team into the trials of Osiris. It may have taken years, but Osiris seems to be rebuilding his reputation here.
Dead orbit will take whatever you can spare.
It is too bad the sundial has been decommissioned. So many others could be saved. Osiris must have good reason.
It's like they carved a scepter of Mercury onto this plane. Saint and Osiris need to hear about this.
Yeah, well, make sure you tell them both. News travels slow between those two.
I don't fathom.
I told you, don't cuss at me.
What do you mean, news travels slow between Saint and Osiris?
Well, call me old-fashioned, but if I broke time to save my knight in shining armor, I'd want him to stop fooling around and climb my tower. But, word on the wind is, no one's seen him meet in person.
That doesn't mean they don't.
You saying you heard different?
I know it. What would you do if your loved ones returned?
I don't have those, but if I did, wouldn't be sitting here flapping gums with you.
Exactly. The pigeon and the phoenix exalt in their own way. Leave them be.
Yeah, maybe. What would you do if you could get them back?
Who?
Your fire team.
Wouldn't be sitting here flapping gums with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
This looks like Mercury, but no traces of Osiris's light, or Saints. It's a counterfeit.
This is Nine Space. They control reality here, and they did this for a reason.
It must be part of their answer to the question. How insufferable.
I'm launching spectral analysis off the Guardian's position. It's not exactly our Mercury. No tree of probabilities, no infinite forest.
What do you seek? A means to walk the corridors of time? Haven't you learned from Osiris's mistake?
Osiris took the sundial with him, wherever it is he went. I always wanted to take that thing for a spin.
Hello again.
They're going to need better armor, and I don't know if we can do it.
Ready for reassignment.
A warlock just passed. They won't like this. Okay, by listening to music while I work?
New tasks must be submitted through the proper channels.
Wait. It doesn't have to be maneuverable. It's just a talking about. This is right. Let's hope this system isn't important, because I'm shutting it off either way. Just gonna take a minute here. Here comes the big light, you Cabal monsters. Wait, listen. Huh, yeah, that's right. That's bad.
Service log updated.
People of the last city, humanity has endured a devastating blow. Vanguard scouts have confirmed that Io, Mars, Titan, and Mercury have disappeared. We don't know why. We have lost contact with Deputy Commander Sloan and Jensen Scribe Ashamir. We are deploying Guardians to all corners of the system to find answers. And with those answers, we will form a plan. In the meantime, we ask that all lightless civilians remain within the safety of the city walls, under the protection of the Traveler. Do not lose hope. Humanity has survived many horrors. We have done so through the strength of our community, through steadfast commitment to one another. Stay strong. Be brave. The Traveler protects us, and we will protect you. The Guardians will come through. They always do.
What if we are not the only ones to whom the darkness speaks? The Traveler closes like a fist. It will strike against the darkness.
Osiris has been trying to assess the damage caused by the return of the darkness. He believes that Xivu Arath, the Hive God of War, seeks to take advantage of the power vacuum left in its wake. Close our ranks, Guardian. I need you on the front lines.
Darkness, our ancient enemy. Foretold by many they came, as the war mind warned us they would. They were confronted with fire, and when that failed, met with intrigue among the bones of Io's last monument to the light. It promised us power. and for it, a price was paid. A lull holds the system, though it is not emptiness that gives us pause. Yet not all is lost. Stand, Guardian. Brandish your light and join the hunt. I needed to put some distance between myself and Earth. So I headed to the Dreaming City. The city itself is still caught in its curse loop. Daz will never be able to undo the damage that Taken caused here. Unsurprisingly, Petra remains useless. She doesn't know where her queen is, and that leaves us with fewer allies than ever. Oh, and let Saint know I found the letter he hid in my ship. Tell him No, never mind. I'll tell him myself. It's dark out here. I sometimes forget how isolating deep space is. I'm on my way back to Earth, but it will be at least one more day. I wonder how Saint is doing in my absence. I worry about him. About how well he's adjusting. How he blames himself for all of this. He has such a big heart. Perhaps if we hadn't meddled with history, none of this would have happened. Sagira patched into local Cabal communications. Kaido's scouts noted unsettling discoveries among the Red Legion stranded in the system. Entire encampments abandoned. Evidence of internal conflict. Mass graves. Whatever is going on with these hive towers, we need an answer. I'm going to Saturn. I may have a way to find it within the derelict hulk of Oryx's dreadnought. Tell Saint he's missed. Zavala, I am presently en route to the moon to search for more information on the cryptoliths. Sagira and I are going to touch down and investigate. If anyone is listening, Sagira is. She sacrificed herself to save me. From them. From the High. I'm tracking the creature responsible for Sagira's death. I will find it. I will end it.
Zavala, I need you to send the young wolf to the following coordinates. I won't wait.
Guardian, we have a developing situation that I need you to take point on. For the past few weeks, Osiris has been trying to assess the damage caused by the return of the darkness. He believes that Xivu Arath, the Hive God of War, seeks to take advantage of the power vacuum left in its wake. Osiris was investigating physical manifestations of her magic near the Scarlet Keep when his ghost, Sagira, was slain. Osiris delivered a message through a secure channel requesting that you personally aid him in this hunt. He's desperate, Guardian. I need you to save him from himself.
I'm worried about Osiris. If Sagira's gone, then...
Don't worry about me, but keep your voice down. I'm using an external comm. I thought I was hunting Sagira's killer, the High Celebrant of Xivu Arath. Now I think it's hunting me. Meet me in the Hall of Wisdom.
He cut the transmission. We have to hurry.
Your friend is in a lot of danger.
Who are you?
A concerned ghost. Osiris shouldn't be here, especially in his condition.
We appreciate the warning, but we know what we're doing. If you and your guardian are here to help.
My
Guardian, right?
Osiris, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Luring the High Celebrants to the Shrine of Osiris. They're... damn! Break the barrier. I think it knows you're here. It's trying to keep us separated.
That knight is radiating strange energy. It has to be the High Celebrant, the one that killed Sagira. Osiris, we're here. We'll get that barrier down.
Your ghost close, Guardian.
Osiris, it's heading your way.
Good. I've retreated deeper into the shrine. I think this may have been a trap. The tower you saw on the way in, that's a hive cryptolith. It's a conduit of darkness. One of many. The High Celebrant is using them to deploy soldiers across dimensions and tempt others to Sivu Arath's side. If I don't make it out of this, I want you to tell Saint.
Tell him yourself.
Guardian, picking up multiple hive signatures headed Osiris's way. We're closing in, but facing heavy resistance.
You're here! Finally! Is it done? Calm down to you.
Osiris!
We warned you it was going to be dangerous down here, especially for the ghostless. I'm glad to see we're all okay, though. I'm Glent, by the way. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Go on. Introduce yourself.
They call me the Crow. My boss wants to see you.
Impossible.
The darkness crowds the edges of this system. The Hive serves it. You'll fall to one, if not the other. I propose an alliance. With my army and your light, the Cabal will crush the Hive. Bow.
No.
This morning, for the first time in humanity's long and storied history, the sun did not rise. It's a Vex simulation that has plunged the city into an endless night. Osiris and I could only think of one we might turn to. Mithrax. He claims to be among the last sacred splicers. Those with the power to commune with machines. Find him, Guardian. Before the Vex do.
Your attack has been noticed. The Vex already re-encrypt the network.
This network is a place? Like another planet?
The Vex network is potential reality. Mathematical superposition verging on existence.
You're like Osiris. You make me feel like crazy one. Osiris, there is something I must discuss with you. Lakshmi, she came to me with a proposal.
You taking over as Titan Vanguard? She discussed it with me as well. Lakshmi has radical ideas, but they are only words. No cause for alarm.
Good, good. Only words, of course.
She wants what is best for the people of the city. And in truth, you would make an excellent leader.
I do not seek authority. Zavala may have a beautiful desk, but he is chained to it. We could use less bureaucracy, maybe. More proactive strategies, where we reclaim ground taken from humanity. An open council in the city to speak with the citizens. Ah! I have imagined a new vanguard. Led by us.
Led by you? I would stay back and advise. I lack the temperament for leadership.
Ah, a fantasy only. I told Lakshmi I would think about it till she would go away. The words, tasted like treason in my mouth.
Let her believe you are considering it. If you refuse, I imagine she might approach Lord Saladin next. And after what happened with Keitel...
I understand. Later we will speak more of this.
It appears Lakshmi is speaking a bit too freely. I will report her behavior to Ikora, though I imagine she already knows. You should continue working with Lakshmi. Don't mention what you've heard. We must keep this as quiet as we can. With the endless night and the Elixni here, the city has become a powder keg. One errant spark, and it could be the end of the Vanguard.
Unbelievable. Korea is gone.
A great evil vanquished. A deed of legends.
I knew it! I knew we could do this! Congratulations, Guardian! This victory, it is monumental!
Let's not uncork every bottle of champagne in the city just yet.
Osiris is right. This is a monumental victory for humanity and Elixni. But it's a battle, not the war.
Even so, victories should be cherished.
Yes, Mithrax is correct. We will have a party, a celebration. A small one, respectful, very classy. I will wear a suit.
Right now, loyalists to the future war cause and new monarchy have rounded up the fallen in our city. With the aid of Osiris, I have learned how to safely command the power of the Vex. I will use it to do what the Vanguard will not. I will tear open a rift, banish the fallen to the depths of space from where they came. We alone will save humanity. I have seen the darkest of futures. And with this act, I will... No. No!
Lakshmi 2 has opened a Vex portal in the Elixni Quarter. All fire teams, find and close that incursion point. Mithrax, what's your status?
We are overrun. Please, we cannot hold them off for much longer.
Do not worry, Mithrax. I am on my way.
No, you must protect your people.
You are my people.
Vex, inside the walls of the last city. How could this happen? How could Lakshmi do this? We need this incursion ended, now, before any more lives are lost. Osiris, what's your position? Osiris?
He was right behind me. I have lost him.
Osiris, respond!
The splice is complete. Enter quickly. Guardian, there are too many Vex. We need that portal closed.
Ikora, Savala, any Guardian who can hear us. We are in need of aid. Is anyone near our position?
We are alone. Then, we must fight as if this is our last.
This is Ikora Ray broadcasting on all open channels. Can anyone hear me? Mithrax? Saint? What's your status? Can anyone read me?
The Guardian has broken their portal! Keep behind us! We will not let them harm you! Stand, friend! You will not fall today!
If we do not survive, this is the story Elixni will tell of the Saint standing beside us.
And you with me, Cal of Cows! Together, we are enough!
More than enough. Look at the city. The skies are slowly clearing, but the streets are filled with dead Vex, dead Elixni, and our people. Future war cult has scattered to the wind, but we recovered Lakshmi's body from the site of the attack. In the end, she was right about the tragedy looming on our horizon. If only she could have foreseen that it was of her own making. Now Dead Orbit has finally made good on its promise to leave the city, and take a new monarchy with it. The factions are no more. Honestly, I will miss their presence here. After all, Lakshmi did not speak for the future war cult. Some of her own people warned me she was becoming unstable, and I feel I let her slip away. I haven't told Saint yet, but I've been unable to locate Osiris. Even though Lakshmi implicated him in the attack, I don't believe he'd... Osiris is a good man. Saint and I will both vouch for him. All he has to do is return to the city to clear his name. I saw the blight that was forming in our own citizens, but I never thought it would lead us here. Eris once said, "We will only know our enemy's next move if we are wise enough to recognize it." My eyes are wide open now. Stay ready.
If we are to survive the coming storm, the Tower and the Dreaming City must stand united. We are surrounded. A ring of spears pointing inward from the edges of our system. The Witch Queen is no less dangerous now than she has ever been. We must uncover whatever secrets she knows with the time that we have. Relight the pathways of the Ascendant Plane and guide my people back to me. Perhaps with them, I can save us all.
Old friend, it is an honor to fly alongside you, though our mission is grim. Ikora issued an order for Osiris' arrest. She has questions about his involvement in Lakshmi's attack on the Elitsni. I volunteered to collect him from the Dreaming City, where he now hides. No one will touch Osiris until I know the truth. He has acted rashly in the past, but I have never seen him willingly endanger the city. Something is wrong. I have felt it for some time now. He is distant. Help me bring him home.
I am making way through the opposite flank from you. The Hive are swarming. We will be as the mighty crabs of old and pincer them. Break their lines and meet me at Osiris' signal. Geppetto says there's another ghost nearby. Lightbearer, reveal yourself.
That would be me.
What are you doing here, Borg brother? Did Zavala not send you away?
Osiris called me for help. With all these Hive around, I can see why. This reeks of Xivu Arath.
He called you? No, go home. This is not your fight to take, it is mine.
You can't keep him in a cage, Saint. You're not the only one who cares about him.
Lectures? You know nothing. Osiris is not himself, and I will be the one to bring him back.
Still fumbling around in the overworld, old light? There's an awoken device near you. It should let you slip into the Ascendant Plane and get you closer to Osiris.
Crow and I used them to hide from Wrathborn.
Stalk. We were stalking, not hiding.
Taken portals, awoken dimensions. Fine. Go, Guardian. Take the crow's path.
The Ascendant Plane should skirt you past the Hive's barricades. Just be sure to mind the Taken. Word to the wise. Bringing down Quria left the Taken rattled. I don't think Savathun has control of them anymore.
No matter. My bullets do not know the difference. Guardian, any Taken signals falling on you?
A big Wrathborn headed your way too.
Be brave. Osiris is not far ahead. I am not far ahead of you, Guardian. We converge on Osiris' signal.
Then we'll see each other soon. Crow out.
Whatever happens, friend, we cannot lose him. Even if I do not understand, I must believe his actions have purpose.
I had hoped you'd find your way back.
I'm a bit lost, actually. But this feels familiar. Do I know you?
Osiris? You must come home. Answer for what you have done. The Vanguard will show mercy.
Yes. Ikora and Commander Zavala are nothing if not generous. Queen Mara. Look how they've welcomed the Crow into their flock.
It isn't too late. You can still be forgiven.
Be careful. I'll hold you to it.
Lower your weapons. Osiris still lives.
You trust this thing?
This thing and I have come to an agreement. You need only cooperate.
What is it?
I am Savathun, the Witch Queen, sister of shapes, deepest in the Hive Coven, etc., etc. My sister Zivor Wrath hunts me on behalf of another. I wish only to be free, and Mara Salve has graciously agreed to help.
And Osiris?
Sweet that you should care, little bird. I have been Osiris for as long as you have known him. But rest assured, I will return him safely to you, in exchange for your assistance.
Queen of Lies! Pray this is the one time you are telling truth. The Vanguard must know what has happened here. Stay, Guardians. I will go.
Someone once told me that the line between light and dark is very thin. Walk it alongside me. For Osiris. This will guide you. A powerful relic of awoken design. Take it and return to your helm. Approach, Guardian. Believe me when I tell you that I did not know of Savathun's deception until she arrived in the Dreaming City. She offered me a bargain. If I exercise her worm, she will release Osiris and help us defeat the Black Fleet. I recognize the risk. Her inevitable betrayal is all but a guarantee. But without her worm, Savathun is vulnerable. unprotected by the security of her throne world. Mortal. To separate Savathun from the parasite inside her, I need Techians, skilled awoken mystics. Few still live. Most were lost, guiding my return to the Dreaming City when Xivu Arath ambushed us. But I can still feel their minds. The mystic compass you hold will reveal pathways to each lost Techion. Relight the pathways of the Ascendant Plane, and guide my people back to me. My wrath, Petravenge, will brief you further.
And you're certain she's contained?
Certainty is a necessity. It is your doubts we should fear with Savathun among us.
Be straight with me.
Remember who you are speaking to. I hold all the keys to all your futures. I would not let them dangle carelessly without attention.
Savathun's never been a one-track type of opponent. She's playing you.
We are not the same, Ikora. This is a plan long set in motion. She is contained and soon to be dead.
Was Osiris's capture part of your plan then? Sagira's death?
Navigating the future is not always clear.
If you're willing to sacrifice my people for your plans, how can I be sure you'll wait to see Osiris returned before slitting the Witch Queen's throat?
I mourn for Sagira. I have every intention to see Osiris returned safely. It's more than you did for me. If my assurances mean nothing to you, let me offer a warning instead. You are following your doubts into Savathun's trap.
Your arrogance might kill another one of my friends, if he isn't dead already.
Had I more wishes, things would not be as they are.
Had you more wishes, they'd be much worse.
Excellent work, Guardian. We couldn't have done it without you.
How did these tech witches come to be lost in the Ascendant Plane?
They were my escorts, ferrying me home from the far-off reaches. Xivu Arath found us in transit.
The far-off reaches of where? How did Xivu find you? Do you not have more witches?
You ask too many questions.
Yes, it is how I understand things, and I am owed answers.
Then I hope you'll soon become accustomed to mystery.
I am at your mercy, Guardian. This construct protects me from those who wish me harm, from my worm's hunger. But it is a prison, too. Quite elegant, don't you think? I have only one regret, and that is how long it took me to reveal myself to you. I see your synapses firing. A specimen scarred by skepticism. They call me a liar. But we share mutual interests, you and I. If you believe anything I tell you, believe in that. Now, let me show you a different interpretation of the truth. Who is Savathun, you ask? You already know. Oh, guardian mine. I am your friend. I tried to protect you from the Black Fleet. You called it interference. Don't worry. I was not offended. Instead, I found a form more pleasing to your eyes. Osiris was lost. Lightless. I saved him from Xivu Arath and assumed his shape so I could guide your victory against her. I ferried the reborn prince to your city so he could be redeemed. I protected Zavala from Kaido's ambitions, ending a war before it could even begin. I delivered the House of Light on its knees to Ikora. I unmasked the enemies lurking inside your city's walls and destroyed them. You may disagree with my methods, but you can't argue with results. I am no villain. And you are no hero. We are paracausal.
This is my fault. I invited her in. I convinced Zavala that we needed Osiris by our side. A dark pit looked back every time I met his eyes, and I told myself it was his grief. Savathun knew she could use that. The city is the last place Xivu Arath would have searched for her. Now, Saint is tearing the system apart, looking for the real Osiris. You and Crow will need to take point with the Awoken. I don't like it, but he wants to help, and he's earned some trust. It's his decision. We're in a downpour of revelation. I've been trying to analyze every drop of information, as if I could isolate them before they're washed away. There's so much I need to reevaluate, so much I need to do. Interrogate the Witch Queen while we have a captive audience. Our enemies often flirt with arrogance when they believe they've won. See if she'll let her true intentions slip.
Osiris, I will not abandon you. As I speak these, guardians of the city patrol across the system searching for you. I am searching for you. No amount of hive spawn or Savathun's trickery will stand between us. You will see freedom. You will return. It is not your way to die. Wait for me. As I did for you. You have never practiced patience, but hold on a few moments more.
Saint?
Have the Hidden found him?
Saint, you don't have to broadcast these live.
I see. This is true.
Geppetto can establish a repeating signal. It will forward any response directly to you. Besides, I could use you in the field.
Yes. I am, if nothing else, useful.
More than that, you are needed.
I knew it was not him, but I would not listen to my heart.
Compassion can be abused. Optimism has its pitfalls. Flaws don't make them worthless. Even lies can be learned from.
Do not worry. I think I will not be using compassion next time Savathun stands before me.
No, I think we have a whole different set of emotions to deal with that moment. Osiris is out there. We will find him.
Every tech witch we rescue gets us one step closer to finding Osiris.
Good. He won't wait long.
Perhaps we find Osiris before Savathun's plan hatches. Then we let Xivu Arath tear her to pieces.
That sounds dangerous. I wouldn't want to feed one hive god to another.
Yes, but it is entertaining to picture.
This is a world divided. With the Techians, we can begin to stabilize it. I am presenting you with this responsibility, Guardian.
To my knowledge, the downfall of the Dreaming City is not the doing of Guardians.
Guardians found a cracked pane of glass and decided to crash through it. Now that I've returned to the scattered pieces, you feign ignorance to how they got there.
I am not feigning ignorance. I am ignorant. I was dead for a very long time, you see.
Yes. Osiris spoke of you frequently during our visits.
Then you understand that if he does not return, you answer to me.
Fear not, Saint. Everything is as it should be. Do your part, and I will do mine.
Why are we working with Savathun? Is it a trick where we lie and kill her instead?
Because sometimes you have to take risks to do what's important. Like stopping Xivu Arath.
And save Osiris, yes. You trust her?
I don't know. Maybe. I want to. I don't suppose you've tried beating his location out of her?
No one lets me get close enough to do so, but I will keep trying.
I don't care what Marasov thinks. This feels like it might be a bad idea.
I'm worried too, but she has all the leverage. Without her, Osiris, the real Osiris, may be lost forever.
If he isn't already dead.
We need to have hope. Otherwise, I don't know what Saint has left.
Xivu Arath will stop at nothing to destroy her sister. Hard to believe siblings could harbor that much hatred for each other.
Our loved ones inspire us, but that inspiration takes many forms. Not all of them positive.
The Elixni have a saying. The friendly knife is sharpest. Maybe that's true.
I think so. We can ask Osiris about it when we find him.
Ikora, I've been thinking about some things Osiris... Savathun asked me to do.
I assume these weren't in any official reports. What did she want?
Dead ghosts. A handful from Spider's personal collection.
I see. We didn't find any when we searched Saint and Osiris's home in the city. Nevertheless, it's troubling.
The time is at hand. The beacons shine bright and the ley lines are set in place. My Techians are prepared to perform the ritual that will separate Savathun from her worm. Although she claims she will help us in our fight against the Black Fleet and the entity that commands it, she cannot be trusted. You have coaxed enough information from her for my purposes. I will do what must be done. But know that Xivu Arath won't let her sister, or her sister's worm, go without a fight. I call on you once more, Guardian. Your knack for violence is needed. Make your final preparations and head to the Dreaming City. We will see you when you arrive.
Look to the sky, Guardian. Hear the worm gods roar. After millennia of insatiable destruction, they are powerless against my retribution. This is Xivu Arath's last chance to capture Savathun. She's dispatching all local forces to the Spire. Use the teleporters to join us as soon as you can.
Hello, my love. Osiris admired your patience, but you look antsy to me. Having doubts?
Doubt is a useful tool, but double-edged. Do not let it lead you astray.
Ugh.
Leave him be, and keep to your promises, or I'll let him drag you into Xivu Arath's waiting jaws.
And then she would swallow you as well. Why must we threaten each other?
I am merely clarifying my intent. It is time. Yalaya, Sajari, Austin, and Savathun. We are sisters of circumstance, bonded by fate. Open those bonds to each other. Become one. Expel the parasite from our collective. This moment is simply the strike of a match. The fires we light here will burn long after. Be ready.
Large concentrations of Xivu Arath's forces are closing in on our position. Protect the queens.
None shall enter!
Xivu Arath's forces are converging on your position. Defend Queen Mara and the Techians until the ritual is complete.
Osiris! It is almost time!
You're running out of time. I feel my sister bearing down on you.
Your family is tenacious, if nothing else.
No more than yours.
My brother spent years suffering punishment for the path you made him walk. Finally, justice finds its mark. Let this be the end of it. No.
Thank you.
Plans are fickle things. Two can view the same events and predict entirely different outcomes. I was outmaneuvered, and Savathun slipped through my fingers. I was sure that this path, these actions were absolute. But change is a prolonged effort. It requires application of steady pressure. There will always be backslides. Do not lose the summit in the climb. After Saint-14 returned Osiris to your tower, my Techians verified his identity. Savathun upheld her end of the bargain. And she did not escape unscathed. Her worm is mine. It will grant many insights, I am sure. The curse on the dreaming city can yet be broken. Go home, Guardian. Prepare for what is inevitably to come.
Osiris lives. Thank you, friend. Savathun tried to bury him, to use him like currency for bargaining. She wore his face and spoke with his voice, but they were not his words. I did not believe the Witch Queen would hold to her promise. I thought I would never see him again. He is lost in sleep. Without the light, it is difficult to know if he will recover. But he is safe. I need time, Guardian. I will see to Osiris's care. When he awakens, I want my face to be the first he sees. Perhaps I will joke that now we are even. Savathun has many enemies, but she has never faced Saint-14. We will find her, and this time, it is her who will be buried.
What happened?
Savathun happened. The Techians believe she enacted a contingency spell the moment the crystal shattered. She transposed herself with another subject marked with a matching hive rune. Osiris.
Is he alive?
He is. Very weak, but alive. The Techians have confirmed his identity. It's Osiris. No tricks.
Do you have any idea where Savathun is now?
We do not. She could be anywhere. If it's any consolation, we do have one thing.
What's that?
We have Osiris. In a way, Savathun kept her word. To the letter.
I'll be sure to send her my thanks.